Sorry I'm late on this, but the European League started back up today, and I needed to ensure that BDS took it, which they did. Keep the meme dream alive, baby. But announced at the beginning of the EUL stream are a new host of esports team skins plus additional details about Rainbow Six Share. We knew it for years as the pilot program, which is a revenue sharing program that gives partner teams additional incentive to stay in the scene and keep supporting their Rainbow Six teams. This primarily through orgs getting a share of the money raised through in-game cosmetic purchases, but there's also additional incentives for team performance, social engagement, and how much viewership their matches bring on stream. A big reason for having a program like this is to ensure that an esports scene is sustainable in the long term. You introduce a system that gives orgs a reason to stick around and ensure that their players are taken care of, and the orgs themselves can pocket some money back dependent on their level of investment. And in the world of esports, where it's sometimes really difficult to turn a profit on some teams, orgs in this program are hopefully going to stick it out for the long haul. The basic idea, 42 total teams worldwide that get some sort of in-game skin that anybody can purchase. Tier 3 is 17 teams who get individual weapon skins. Tier 2 is 15 teams who get the weapon skin and a universal charm, and Tier 1 is 10 teams who get both of those and a full headgear and uniform combo to boot. I swear this was a 44 team program earlier when it got announced at the Invitational, but maybe I'm just nuts. Maybe something changed. Each of the 3 tiers will receive a portion of a 30% split from all of the revenue generated from these items. And it's not just the team cosmetics, but also from League and Major skins, as well as the Road to SI Battle Pass. Both of those last two also help to feed into the total prize pool for major events and the Invitational as well, assuming we ever get those back in person. I'll rattle off which team is in which tier in a second, but something to keep in mind is just because a team is in a specific share tier currently doesn't mean that can't change in the future. Every 3 months, teams are given an evaluation check where they're looked at how well their skins sell, how much viewership their matches draw live, how much they use their socials to promote their Siege teams, and how well they're taking care of their teams overall. There's a couple of other benefits like having content creators, as well as just being in the scene for a really long time, but that's the primary method of evaluation that Ubisoft mentioned in their blog post. They'll also hit certain performance bonuses based on how high they can place in leagues and in events, so it's all well thought out and planned in advance because it doesn't end until March of 2024. In Tier 1, we have FaZe Clan, Fnatic, G2 Esports, Na'Vi, Ninjas in Pajamas, Rogue, Space Station Gaming, Team Liquid, TSM, and Team Vitality. Rogue pulled a 300 IQ move and went for Tachanka prior to the rework, but because he's getting his LMG as his primary when that hits, we gotta wait until the rework actually launches on live servers before he gets his gun skin. Big brain move, bro. You can read through the teams in T2 and T3 here, and for the most part, I don't disagree with them, save for a few. I think the Sonics have put a lot into their team, and this game, more so than Disrupt has, so I would switch their positions where Sonics currently sits in T3. That shouldn't be the case. I also don't know why the Pittsburgh Knights, of all teams, got a T2 spot. That makes zero f***ing sense. You could throw another APAC team like Cyclops or Xavier up there. That'd be pretty cool. Cyclops went to Raleigh, so you'd think that they've got enough investment. Can't do Norengo or Team 1. We all know what problems they've been having recently. But aside from that, I really don't see anything else I dislike about this. One last thing, even though this separates teams into tiers, it doesn't change the level of competition that teams play at or anything. It's just an internal term that UB is using to help separate everybody for our 6 share. I've always liked the pilot program, and I'm really happy to see more esports stuff make its way into the game and be exposed to the player base at large. It's a good move for Ubisoft and for the orgs in question to get this kind of expansion. So the fact that we're getting it finally after months of waiting since the Invitational, it's a good sign. I just kind of wish communication was a little bit more on point. Let me know what skins from this lineup you plan on snagging in the comments. That TSM skin looks like a hot piece of work, so that's going to be me. And then coming up later this week, we're going to preview the entirety of European Challenge League for its first season under Faceit, which begins this Friday, the 25th. So hit up my Twitter, my Twitch, and this YouTube channel for that exactly at the moment that it launches. I'll see you then. Peace.